welcome back to Goo Roo Beauty. I am Jodi and the time has come for the long-awaited review of my recent Picosure treatments. I had 2 rounds of Picosure treatments to treat my skin, my facial pigmentation towards the end of last year. I had, I think, my first Picosure treatment in September, and then I had a follow-up second lot of Picosure laser in October. I have waited right through the summer. I wanted to see if, SPF every day, but if, that pigmentation would come back, if the results would be lasting at least for 3 months, and I'm definitely ready for that review for you right now. So a little bit about Picosure. I've just got it up here on my iPad. Picosure is actually marketed generally for tattoo removal. It is the world's first picosecond aesthetic laser treatment for fast and effective tattoo removal. I think you still need a series. It targets unwanted ink more effectively than ever before, they say, successfully removing difficult ink colors such as blues, greens, reds and oranges, as well as previously treated tattoos. Now, I have never had a tattoo, so I cannot speak to the effectiveness of Picosure on tattoos, but it does sound pretty revolutionary. The other nice thing about Picosure is that it does have a focus lens array, which I think it might be an attachment on the machine, but basically that offers skin revitalization treatments, which is what I went for. And not only are the results long lasting, but the downtime is minimal. So I'm going to share with you exactly what the treatment looked like. I filmed that. I'm going to show you exactly what my face looked like after the treatment and how things changed over time. So the focus lens array harnesses the power of picosecond technology and delivers ultra short pulses to the skin. So fewer treatments, faster recovery time and greater results are achievable, they say, with Picosure's groundbreaking picosecond technology. This is not a sponsored video, but I did go in to get the treatments to review for the channel, specifically for my pigmentation removal. Picosure is a laser treatment that uses a focused lens array to basically break up and shatter the pigmentation in your skin. Not only is it great for pigmentation removal, but it also has revitalizing aspects to it, attracting collagen and elastin, which helps to work on pores, fine lines, so you'll notice a resurfacing effect on the skin, as well as maybe some additional luminosity, not a greasy oily shine, but more of a luminosity to your skin. So I just thought that was really intriguing, and I have to say this has been life changing. I will just stop right now and share with you a before and after shot of the pigmentation on my face. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I do not use terms like amazing, life-changing. I don't use those terms very often. Come on, is makeup really life-changing? Is skincare really life-changing? Usually they're not. Even the nicest makeup and skincare is usually not life-changing. Picosure treatment has been life-changing for me. All of my life, I have worn full coverage foundation. I used to be worried about acne, and then somewhere after, a Roaccutane treatment to sort out my acne, and I'll include a review to that Roaccutane, a link to that Roaccutane review video down below. Once the acne was subsided, it was all of this pigmentation that I have to cover. So ever since I started wearing foundation in my teens, it's been full coverage foundations. I have scoffed at videos made by makeup artists and vloggers with perfect skin that talk about wearing really lightweight, beautiful, luminous foundation and just spot concealing where you need it. I needed it all over my face, so I would pack on foundation all over my face because there was no other way to cover what I needed to cover. I'm not sure when it happened, if it happened when I had my kids. My daughters are now 9 and 11, but I noticed that I had just quite a bit of pigmentation really all over my face, but particularly under my eyes and around my cheekbone type area. I am quite conscious of that. I actually went out to brunch with my mum the other day, and my mum commented to me, I think I had no makeup at all on my face, and she said, Jodi, your skin is looking better now than it ever has. Your skin is looking better now than it did 10 years ago when you were 30, and she's absolutely right. This has been life-changing. My makeup routine in the morning, the foundations that I want to use, the lightweight coverage that I'm now really comfortable using. It's been life-changing. So I think if you have any issues of pigmentation on your face, if you have been wearing full coverage foundation because it's the only way that you feel you have that you can cover these things, I think this video is going to be really interesting for you. In Western Australia where I live, you need to be a medical doctor, a medical practitioner with a medical license to use a laser. That does differ from state to state in Australia, and I'm certain across the world as well. So in Western Australia there are only 3 machines. 2 of them are currently with dermatologists in their offices, and I know firsthand what a nightmare it is to actually get an appointment with a dermatologist and it's a nightmare. Very, very difficult specialist to book a time with. They are in high demand. And Dr. McDonnell down in Core Medical down here in Port Kennedy in Western Australia is where I went to get my treatments. Picosure is meant to have an effect both on UV pigmentation, which is permanent, and also melasma, which is hormonal. A lot of people do get melasma after having kids. So this is effective on both types of pigmentation. It may need maintenance on the melasma, the hormonal, because it is hormonal. So if you do get rid of it, you may have, the cause of the melasma may certainly come back after the treatment. So you may need maintenance after that. Picosure is good for all skin types. So they do say that unlike some other treatments, darker skins are actually fine. Asian skins, Indian skins, that is actually a real advantage of Picosure. Because of the lens, you can use it on darker skin types without any concerns. I am going to cut to a clip now of the treatment. You can hear it going, you can see what it looks like. The skin is basically being zapped by this laser as the doctor sort of moves the machine around. It does sort of feel quite hot, so they're blowing cold air on my face as the laser is sort of moving around my face. About 20 minutes of that. I don't think I groaned once, but it did feel like a strong elastic band being pinged against my skin. Okay, now for the fun bit. When I walked out of the office, I was given an ice pack to hold against my face. It felt like I'd had the worst sunburn of my life. So my face is bright red. It was sort of swollen. It was creasing in places that it has never creased before. You will see, I took footage, you're going to love it, of what my face looked like immediately after the treatment. I have just come out of the treatment and it's a little bit scary when you see my face. You can obviously see the line of demarcation where the laser has been. It's meant to be pink, obviously, where it's been. My skin does feel like it's burning. You can see obviously these huge big wrinkles. The way that my face is forming is not at all normal. I've never seen myself look like this before. So that's really quite scary. You would not want to go out to lunch following this treatment. The surface of the skin does feel tight. It does feel very hot. Already it feels like it's starting to go down. So I do have a party to go to tonight. I expect to be able to go to that without any problem about how I look. Just a little bit about the procedure while I can still remember fresh out of the procedure. It was very, very fast. So it really wouldn't have taken more than 10 minutes, I think. You could hear it making louder noises where I had more pigmentation. So here and certainly bits on my nose as well, which I've become a little bit, I've just had more pigmentation on my nose recently for some unknown reason. And I could smell as well. I could smell like something burning, I guess, as the laser went across my skin. I could smell that smell of something burning in the air. I did no groaning, which is different to thermage. With thermage, I was literally groaning from the pain, especially around bonier areas. That was not the case with the Picosure. Overall, I guess it was pretty much what I expected. So that is pretty much it. I am alive. I don't look better for it yet, but I am sure that I will very, very soon. I think this is what you want to see when you see a review of these treatments, you know, how you look coming out. I think is one of those important aspects for a lot of women. Now we are looking at an hour after treatment, after I filmed that last bit of footage, and you can see already the swelling in my face has come down. It's not creasing quite so much in these really strange areas on my face. The redness is also coming down. The doctor was kind just to give me these sort of cold pads, so I've driven home and I've just been holding those against my face, and I think that's really helped the redness and the swelling. It really doesn't take long till your face returns back to normal. So I just wanted to show you what we look like an hour out. So relatively very little downtime with this procedure. I'll be back to show you how I'm looking towards the end of the day. 3 hours now after treatment, and you can see that my face is looking relatively normal. I have, of course, put makeup on. There's not really a strong, you know, delineation of pink face to white neck. My face is folding in all of the normal ways. I think that I could see my best friend right now, and I don't think that she would, you know, be wondering if I just had a treatment today. So you can see within 3 hours you're going to be looking relatively normal, and with the use of mineral makeup, all a-okay. It's feeling just a little bit tight, like I have a slight sunburn, but most of that heat and swelling has all gone down. This is day 3 in the very early morning, and this had appeared by day 2 for me. I think this is quite normal part of the procedure, but you can see I've definitely got little bumps coming out here on my forehead, little bumps here, little bumps on the sides of my nose. So I've definitely got texture here, and I think that's all part of what happens when the laser hits, you know, the dermis or the epidermis, and things just kind of, you know, want to come out. So again, just be wary of that in terms of getting the procedure, you know, days before a major event where you might not want texture, or you might be photographed, or your, you know, facial appearance might be really important. Hopefully you can see I do sort of have some red blotchiness type areas, I think, where the laser has really gone to work. I have absolutely no pain though, absolutely no blistering, none of that type of stuff. So really pleased with how fast that pain and heat passed, and how fast that redness passed. Now we've just got this patchiness and texture issues. So I'll be back to let you know how that goes. All right, it is day 5. Hopefully we have much better lighting than the day 3 video. Natural light, nothing like it. You can see that my skin has really gone down, so any of the lumps and bumps on my forehead are a faint memory. I can probably feel it with my fingers, but you really can't see them at all. The lumps and bumps that were sort of along my nose and around here have really diminished. I can see a difference in the pigmentation. There's obviously still pigmentation there, but I feel like my face does look brighter, more even. And looking forward to sort of seeing if that continues with this one treatment. I am scheduled to go back 4 weeks after the first treatment, and then we'll go for a second treatment if we need to as well. So overall, I think here at this point at day 5, I really do notice a difference. I feel like my skin looks brighter, more even, and some of that pigmentation has gone down. Really looking forward to seeing if that continues. They do say that it takes 2 to 3 weeks to see the maximum effect, and you may get absolutely wonderful results from one treatment. I certainly did get dramatic results from one treatment. I did go back about, I think it was 4 to 6 weeks after my first treatment to get a second treatment, and I felt like that also had additional benefits of removing the pigmentation. They say that you will see the most difference if you get treatments sort of 2 to 3 months apart, and they do recommend if you are getting maintenance that's every sort of 6 to 12 months, especially if you're treating that hormonal melasma. So the price of Picosure, it basically does decline per treatment if you book a package, and at least that's as far as core medical. So if you got one single Picosure treatment, that would set you back $950 for a full face. This can be used anywhere on the body, I believe, but you could also get 3 treatments or more for $800 each. So if you booked 3 or more treatments, you're saving $150 off that $950 each for each treatment. So there you have it. I could not be more impressed with the results that I got from Picosure. I do want to make it clear that this is not a sponsored video. I did not pay for the treatment with my own money. This was certainly intended to be reviewed, but all my experiences are absolutely honest, and I'm so impressed with the results that this treatment has had on my skin and my pigmentation. This is honestly one of those life-changing things that I've done for my skin. It's really changed, you know, as I said, my makeup routine every day, how I look without makeup. I just could not be more pleased. So in terms of the pain, also in terms of the cost, I do think that if you have an experience like mine, you will think that it is worth it. I also do just want to mention that, as with all kinds of treatments, that individual results will vary. So I hope that you have the same kind of results as me if you do decide to go with a Picosure. But yeah, thoroughly recommend Picosure. I would love to hear from you what your experience has been if you have had Picosure or any other treatment to remove your pigmentation. Let me know all about it. I would love to hear from you. I hope that if you have been waiting for this review that it's worth it, and let me know how you go if you do end up trying it. I would love to hear from you. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget, you are absolutely beautiful, whether you have pigmentation, no pigmentation, whether you get laser treatments, Picosure or anything. You are absolutely beautiful. But you know what? So much more important than even looking at is being it. I will see you again really soon. Bye.
You see